Now this is going to be a very interesting match. Jerry Stubbs, a young man, one of the young Lions. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. 6 feet, 235 pounds. A very young, aggressive wrestler. Drop down.
And the race came off of the ropes. Good hip roll right there by Stubbs as he was waiting on race. Arm drag.
Comes up with that arm bar. Applying the pressure there. Now Jerry Stubbs, his favorite hold is a figure 4. So Harley Race knows that. He has to watch out for that hold. Harley Race, one giant of a man. Has to be, because he's the world heavyweight champion. All right, Harley Race, his favorite hold. He has many, but one of his favorites is the suplex. Tremendous slam by Jerry Stubbs. Arm drag. Back to that arm.
And Stubbs making a very impressive showing right here in the opening moments of the match against the champion, David. He has come out strong. He is going to show Race that what it's all about, and he's going to take it right to him. He's not backing up an inch.
Race has to be very cautious in every match, and especially on television. Because it is, even though the title is not at stake, it's very embarrassing to be beat.
Pride. That's right. You don't want anyone to see you get beaten, and particularly you don't want to lose the belt, or not, even if the belt is not up, like you say. But you don't want anyone to see you just lose a match on television where millions of people are going to watch.
That's right. And Jerry Stubbs has everything to gain and nothing to lose, so he's going to go all out. The knee into the head now.
Race now with lots of good pressure, hard pressure right down across the head. The referee to ask him, but Stubbs, no way he is even near submitting right here.
Harley Race, a very knowledgeable wrestler. He started wrestling at the age of 16 in St. Joe, Missouri. Nice move.
Race got a knee right into the midsection. Doubles over into the ropes goes Stubbs. The mark of a champion, though. If he gets an opponent hurt, he sticks right with him, stays right on top of him, never let him get his breath back. If he can do it. Almost a pin, a count of 2.
Continually punishing. All right. He got him. He's going. I think he's going to try for a suplex. He's trying to tuck him in. Stubbs realizing that he's trying.
Looks like Stubbs looked like was trying to back over and get back toward the ropes. 1, 2, and he's going to kick out again.
Stubbs, a true competitor, not giving up. Realizes this is his chance.
Fans, you're looking at the world's heavyweight champion, Harley Race, in the ring against Jerry Stubbs.
And remember, this is the second time Harley Race has held the World Heavyweight Championship. Harley Race is also the former United States Heavyweight Champion. Nickname Handsome Harley. Applying that pressure to the head and neck. Stubbs. Still not giving up. Referee.
He is just sort of stretched out here on the mat, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of life in Stubbs at this point. It was not a chokehold, David. But
it's cutting the blood supply.
He almost had him out. Stubbs turns it around and charges right in the knee.
That's why Harley Race is the world heavyweight champion.
He is always thinking and always ahead.
Even when he's in trouble, he has a very quick mind, quick reaction.
It's hard to attack him. He's always looking for it. High into the air with a knee drop in the smash. Stubbs now on the mat.
He can't stand much more.
And Race goes back, and he's going to give him another one.
Oh.
High into the air again with that knee. Let's see now if he goes for the pin right here.
Harley Race, a man.
He's going to suplex him.
He's got him.
One of the favorite holds right there of Harley Race. Held him so high into the air, had him high and right at the point for that suplex. And with that, he got all of the force and all of the drive behind it. The pin, Jerry Stubbs. And there in slow motion, fans, right here you can see Stubbs right at being driven hard to the mat on that suplex. And from here, all Race had to do was just roll over, pin him for the count of 3, and it's all over with a winner, the world's champion, Harley Race. We'll see. As with us at the ringside now, Greg Valentine. In just 2 moments, it's going to be a moment you've been waiting for right up there.
Exactly right, Bockwinkel. I want to tell you, this has been no easy tournament. It was a long way coming to this night. As you can see, I've advanced all the way, and this is a finale. And sweet Ebony Diamond, you know that I am the man, that I am a better man than you are. You are nothing but a boy. What you're looking at right here is a man that has done all. I have broke Wahoo McDaniel's leg. I broke other wrestlers' arms. I've been the United States champion. I've been one half of the World Tag Team Champions, and my name is going to be right there, and you might as well leave it right there right now. The winner, the NWA TV champion, Greg Valentine.
Very clear about that.
You man displays a very cool and unruffled exterior, but I think this match is getting to him. It's the most important.
The Minnesota Wrecking Crew right now.
The Minnesota Wrecking Crew, the Anderson brothers, are at it again. Mulligan, I got $1,000. I offered it to you last week, and you didn't want it. And there's one other thing that the Minnesota Wrecking Crew is going after. That's his World Tag Team Championship that the superstar Paul Jones have now.
You know, it's amazing to me. As soon as we tell Mulligan that we're going to be here on television, I don't see him anyplace. I wonder if Mulligan could have a big yellow streak up and down his back. Maybe instead of calling you Blackjack, we could call you Yellow Belly Mulligan. In fact, that sounds so good, maybe we could just start calling you all the time Yellow Belly Mulligan. Because Mulligan, if somebody had $1,000 of mine, I wouldn't be sitting in the back. I wouldn't be at home with Spider Grip or whoever you got down there. I'd be after that $1,000. All you got to do is beat the Andersons and it's yours.
All right, fans, we're about ready in the ring now for our NWA TV Title Championship match. Let's look at our opponents. First, from Seattle at 250 pounds, here is Greg Valentine. Greg Valentine. His opponent from California, 255 pounds, Sweet Ebony Diamond. Sweet Ebony Diamond, one fall, a 10-minute... At the bell, Sweet Ebony Diamond, very anxious to get at Greg Valentine. Almost over in Valentine's corner at the bell. And remember, fans, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Our winner, our NWA TV champion. And Lord Hayes, this Sweet Ebony Diamond is really, he is really up. He is really ready to go.
Yes, I think both men are keyed for this match. The outcome, of course, which is most important. Struggling for position. The referee getting hit by both men in their excitement, in their anxiousness to be victors in this particular match. Both men keyed up and both looking in fine physical condition.
The match that we've been looking for ever since we started our NWA TV tournament, moving down to the final two, where one is going to be the champion.
Oh, tremendous drop kick by Sweet Ebony Diamond. Another one, just as high. And Valentine taking off out the ring, obviously to recover himself, get his head back together again. And Diamond knows that he's possibly now within a short distance of becoming the NWA TV tournament title holder.
Watch this in slow motion as Diamond got those feet up under the chin. Watch the tremendous power of that drop kick. Not only was he high in the air, but the force behind it.
Yes,
and that tremendous power.
It jerked Valentine's head back. I bet he felt that right down to his boots.
We're back to live action in the ring right now. Greg Valentine, Sweet Ebony Diamond. Diamond now with a wrist. And Lord Hayes, you would have to say that it has been Sweet Ebony Diamond up to this point.
Yes, and I'd also have to give Valentine credit for being in such shape that he could take two tremendous drop kicks like that to the face and still come back. Although he seems to be at the moment suffering, and the momentum is all with Sweet Ebony Diamond, Valentine is a thinker. He is a methodical wrestler. He is an exciting wrestler. And he knows the value of this tournament that could add possibly to his income by $120,000 per annum.
Diamond now with the arm bar. Still good hard pressure on that arm as both of them are on their feet now, backed into the corner.
Trading tremendous blows. And again, Diamond coming out on top of that exchange. 2 headbutts. Has Valentine reeling against the ropes. A tremendous over the head elbow, and Diamond looking really well. Looking really good at this point, Bob.
Through the ropes and out of the ring, there goes Greg Valentine. Valentine says, just a minute, I've had enough. He's going to get his composure back as well as shake those cobwebs out of his head, and now back through the ring.
Both men glowering each other. So mad. Another tremendous exchange. I don't think I've seen such an exciting bout for a long, long time, Bob. The outcome of this match, so important to both men.
A tremendous elbow blow from Valentine, the bionic elbow, and he landed it hard right on top of the head of Ebony Diamond. Diamond is hurt right now, Lord Hayes.
Yes, and don't forget, Bob, the eyes and the ears of the whole world of professional wrestling is focused on this bout.
Another elbow smash from Valentine, and it took just one of those tremendous elbow blows to turn it around for Greg Valentine.
Clamping that headlock on extremely strongly. Of course, Bob, the winner of this match, he'll have doors opened for him around the world. Nikai Solenkovic in West Germany will be wanting to book him. Maurice Durand in Paris will be wanting to book the winner. Dale Martins of London, England will be wanting to book the winner of this match, possibly for a match in front of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Who can tell?
That is just indicative of the tremendous amount of prestige that this NWA TV Championship and championship belt carries with it. 5 minutes now remaining in the match, fans. 5 minutes remaining.
Another tremendous exchange of blows there, Bob, and would I be right in saying that Valentine is beginning to look a lot stronger than he was in the beginning?
He is coming on very, very strong now as through the ropes and out of the ring goes Sweet Ebony Diamond, and Diamond hit that concrete floor hard.
Oh, what a pace they have been setting here, Bob. What a pace.
Diamond holding that head. He hit that head on that concrete floor as he went flying out of the ring, and he is getting up ever so slowly right now.
And Valentine anxious to get at him again, Bob. He is not going to give Diamond a rest now at all.
Across the ropes, what a blow!
And down goes Sweet Ebony Diamond again, and he's not looking tremendously well at the moment. I believe he's bleeding from the nose. Valentine has obviously hurt Diamond. Now the point is, can he recover enough to get back into that ring and carry the fight to Valentine? He knows what is at stake.
And Valentine appears to be fresher by the moment.
And here he comes back. He has a look of grim determination, Bob.
Right there to greet him, of course, Greg Valentine. Another powerful right hand from Valentine.
Both these men in superb physical condition, as indeed all wrestlers are that we see on the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling program.
He's got him covered for a count.
Oh! 2 count. So close. So very, very close. Down goes Diamond, and down goes Valentine.
They are both down. Referee Tommy Young standing between them counting.
Bob, I don't know about you, but I've got goose pimples all over.
Diamond trying to get to his feet, as is Valentine. They're both struggling.
And both men so evenly matched.
Ooh, another count of 2 from Diamond.
And fractionally more than 2, Bob. Fractionally more than 2. Is Valentine beginning to weaken again?
Hard right hand and another one. Backs Valentine into the corner.
What a devastating rate this match is being fought at, Bob. I don't think I've ever seen such a fast match between two heavyweights.
2 minutes remaining in the match now. 2 minutes, fans.
A relentless attack by Valentine. He is not going to give Diamond a chance to take a breath even.
Backbreaker.
This could be it, Bob.
Ooh, again a count of 2. Valentine almost had him pinned, had him down for the count of 2 after the backbreaker.
Good defense by Johnson. Good defense by Johnson. Both men showing signs now. Oh, a tremendous suplex, back suplex. And I think Valentine has hurt himself too. Both men down. This could be it, Bob. This is it, I think.
Oh, only a
just
count of 1, and Diamond kicks out again. Sweet Ebony Diamond.
What is the time left
to give up?
Here, Bob.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
Diamond trying to get back that momentum again, and here he goes. In less than a minute, these two men, they've been waging here for 9 minutes, and they're still going at it hammer and tongue.
It's a toe-to-toe slugfest right now. Lefts and rights.
The ferocity of Diamond and the pugnacious and tenacious efforts of Valentine.
30 seconds remaining.
What a titanic struggle, Bob. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Diamond trying to fight his way out of the corner. Valentine just as determined to stay right on top of him. 15 seconds now remaining in the match.
For the most important outcome in each of these men's career, Valentine still standing on his feet, still managing to stand on his feet. Diamond waging the battle to him, and yet Valentine coming back again. And there we are at the end of this contest, and they're still battling. Whether they've heard the bell or not, I don't know. They're still going hard.
Referee Tommy Young just cannot get them apart.
And don't forget, Bob, they've been going for 10 minutes. What fantastic excitement here in the arena.
They continue to slug it out.
Referee. Referee.
Time has expired.
Referee, could I speak to you for just 1 moment? Now, we're standing here. We have seen this tremendous struggle. We want to know, what is your decision just here? This is the most important moment. This is the most important moment of these wrestlers' lives.
Listen, things are a little it's a very important decision, okay? If you don't mind, I would like to collect my thoughts. I'm not ready to make one here. I wish I could, but I'm not ready.
Well, we're in a state of confusion here, referee.
I'm sorry, Lloyd. This is very, very close. I'd like to collect my thoughts, okay? I'm just not ready.
Well, it looks as if we're going to have to give the referee a time here. This is the outcome of this match, obviously, is of such importance that he is not going to be hurried into a decision.
The referee Tommy Young saying he wants to collect his thoughts and he wants to think about it for a few moments before he makes the decision as to who is the winner. So at this moment, we're in limbo.
Complete limbo, Bob.
Complete limbo.
And I certainly wouldn't like to make a decision on a match like this. In the beginning, Valentine was so strong. Then Sweet Ebony Diamond came back again with a tremendously devastating attack. He hit him with 2 drop kicks at one point of that match that I would have thought would have taken the head off of Valentine. It would have knocked anybody else out. But somehow or other, Valentine dragged himself up off the floor and he fought on. And he came, but...
All right, and fans, there you have it. We'll have the decision in just a few minutes. 255 pounds. Here is Greg Valentine. What about Greg Valentine, Lord Hayes?
Greg Valentine has been such a tremendous competitor, a man who has made sure that every time he stepped into the ring, he has been in 100% physical condition, and a man who is an intelligent wrestler, but a very, very strong and forceful wrestler, and could easily be the winner here this evening.
His opponent, and he's from California, at 255 pounds, Sweet Ebony Diamond. Your thoughts about him, Lord Hayes?
Well, everybody is willing Sweet Ebony Diamond to win this match. He certainly has the crowd behind him. Now, I think that's a great advantage for anybody. And I look to Diamond with his absolutely snap-crackling drop kicks to maybe carry the fight to Valentine and possibly overcome Valentine.
All right, fans, 60-minute time limit, duration of program time. We'll be back. We'll have the action for you right after we take time out for this message. All right, fans, the bell. We're ready now with the action for the NWA TV title. Duration of program, time limit. Greg Valentine, Sweet Ebony Diamond, and Lord Hayes twice now. These two have fought it out here on television in our 10-minute time limit matches. We failed to have a winner during each match. They both have said that they needed just a little more time. Each felt that he would have been, or ultimately have been, the winner. Here it is, right here for all the marbles on television.
Yes, and each time, although they did go to the time limit without conceding a fall, each wrestler, those fights certainly spilled over, and they really went longer than that time limit. Such was their enthusiasm.
Could not get them stopped, in other words. That's right. That happened on both occasions. You just could not stop them. Actually, the feelings were so heated between these two.
Yes, and we also had
beautiful lift and a heart slam right here by Diamond.
We also had several precedents created in these history-making matches when James Crockett, the president of the NWA, was called in to make decisions when the referee felt that this was such a prestigious title and such an important moment for both wrestlers that he alone was not going to have that responsibility cast upon his shoulders.
Diamond with the arm, the reversal there by Valentine. Diamond again now with the arm, and Valentine with the foot. Oh, and the feet right up under the chin. Diamond just showed you right there a little bit of the tremendous athletic ability he has when he just cut that back flip and sprang right to his feet. Hip toss headlock now by Diamond.
Diamond moving tremendously fast in the opening moments of this 1 hour duration television match. That
I was going to ask you, at the pace they are going, 1 hour at this pace would be a terribly long time, Lord Hayes.
Yes. I would believe by looking at this match that Greg Valentine, rather than Sweet Ebony Diamond, is pacing himself a little better.
Off the ropes, down goes Valentine with a good hard tackle. Oh, and he had him ready for the elbow as Diamond almost had him. A quick count of 2.
A really close to. Johnson moving at an amazing pace. Sweet Ebony Diamond with that headlock, a headlock on Greg Valentine.
Really putting the pressure to him now, and he has got that headlock locked in very tight. Valentine again now trying to break it. Just a tremendous amount of bad blood now between these two wrestlers, between Sweet Ebony Diamond and Greg Valentine. And of course, it is understood, I think, Lord Hayes, due to the fact that there is so much at stake. The NWA TV Championship, and with it goes a tremendous amount of prestige, money, and everything else that goes with a championship of that caliber.
Well, whoever is the victor, whether it be Diamond or Valentine, they will be offered matches all over the world. And promoters have already made allocations to book the victor.
Well, Valentine came with that hammer blow in the corner, and retaliating was Diamond. Another one right there from Valentine. That was a tremendous punch. Good leg takedown here by Diamond.
Up to this point, Bob, the momentum has been with Diamond.
It appears that Diamond has carried it to Greg Valentine. He has been on the offense and is staying right with it. Now Valentine, right down hard across the throat. The hammer, that sledgehammer blow to the back of the neck and the back. This Greg Valentine can throw such tremendous blows, Lord Hayes.
Yes. As I was saying a little earlier, Valentine seems to have paced himself a little better than Diamond, and that may pay off in the long run.
Diamond with that leg really got the pressure to it on this toe hold. That step over toe hold, and he has got all of his weight on that. Valentine trying to get free, manages to get him off his feet. And he twists right out. It's Valentine that's going to come up with the forearm blow as they trade him out near the center of the ring. Headbutt by Valentine.
Diamond.
Or it was Diamond with a headbutt and Valentine that fell into the ropes.
Yes, but both men keyed up so mentally and so physically to this match. I don't think we've seen two finer athletes than Diamond and Valentine in the ring for such a long time, Bob.
Fans, remember, it is for the NWA TV Championship. It is for program time. Each wrestler having said he needed more time than the allotted time for the two previous matches on television. It's for all of the marbles this week.
And we're going to stay with this match just as long as it goes along. And should it go the entire program, we will be showing this match the entire program. And so many letters have come in since this decision was made approving of this bitter, bitter feud going such a long time on television.
Lord Hayes, Greg Valentine with the pressure on that arm and that shoulder, and now with that knee drop right down across that muscle as Valentine got high into the air and he's gone back to the arm. He may be going to attack just one part of the body. Work on that arm. Stay right with it.
He has a double wrist lock on Diamond with the palm down against the canvas, and all, if we could get a shot of that double wrist lock that Valentine has on Diamond and show how the palm is pressed and the pressure is all on that wrist. The whole weight of Valentine's body is on Diamond's wrist.
And he is in pain. Ebony Diamond on the mat with Valentine really putting the pressure on the arm and the wrist.
There you can see how his left hand is on the bicep of Diamond. Now he's taken that pressure off. And another tremendous knee drop. But
Both
Diamond
feet.
took advantage of that opening and hit him with 2 feet. Yes, Bob.
He got both feet right into the face and into the nose. But look at Valentine quickly back to the attack. Another tremendous chop by Sweet Ebony Diamond, and another as he drives Valentine back into the corner. Hard to the turnbuckle. And right into a knee charges Sweet Ebony Diamond. He had him covered for a count of 2. Valentine now again with a count of 2.
Yes, but Diamond has strength in those arms. Lifted him, shot him right off.
Atomic drop. Valentine hits the mat. Oh, and a count of 2 now on Valentine.
Diamond pressing very, very strongly now. And you remember the promise that Sweet Ebony Diamond made just a few days ago, Bob, that should he win this match, he will unmask himself.
Take his mask off. That's right. Sweet Ebony Diamond saying that if he won and he became the NWA TV champion, he would take off his mask.
Which is also unprecedented, I believe, Bob, because it's usually a match where if the other man is the winner, then the mask is removed from the loser. I see we have Ron Ritchie taking a very interested note of the proceedings here. Ah!
Valentine with a suplex.
Oh, a tremendous suplex, but Valentine is suffering as well. We also have some other wrestlers coming out here to watch this most exciting match, a match that is so important. Upon it rests so many laurels.
A collision as Diamond was coming off of the ropes and coming off hard, and they're both groggy.
And Diamond trying to get to his feet and is not able to. And we have Muslin also here watching this match. All the wrestling world is so interested in what is happening here. An awfully close fall there by Valentine.
Diamond was almost pinned, Lord Hayes, and an elbow smash there, that bionic elbow of Valentine, and he's going to give him another one. Oh.
And what a good job Diamond moved from that, because it would have certainly knocked him out.
In the sleeper. Off of the ropes. Diamond has got him in the sleeper.
Everybody is applauding Diamond. They're going absolutely crazy here.
It could be the end right here for Greg Valentine. Hard to the turnbuckle, right on the head. Valentine drove him into the corner. And he hit that turnbuckle head first, Lord Hayes.
Both men down. And here's Muslin exhorting him to get up. They're around the ring.
Muslin is.
Diamond certainly has his supporters here.
Into the corner now goes Diamond, just choking Valentine.
I think that we're going to have to go to a break here, Bob. But don't worry, because we have a camera here, and if anything should happen while we're on this break, it will be tape recorded, and we will show it to you immediately. So unfortunately, we do have to leave at this hectic moment, but we won't be missing any of this at all when we go for this break.
All right, fans, and we'll be back. We'll be back with the action right after this message.
Well, while you were away then, the action was mounting and mounting, and several other wrestlers have come out to view this. We now have Paul Jones here. We now have Frank Monty here. We now have Charlie Fulton here. Everybody is so excited. The place is going crazy. I've never heard such a pandemonium, such noise. And certainly these men are...
Diamond's almost got him in a crab, and he did, but he made the ropes. Valentine over near the ropes. Lord Hayes, as you say, Ebony Diamond has really got a cheering section here beside the ring now. Paul Jones, Steve Muslin, Ron Ritchie, Frank Monty, Tony Russo is in the studio.
Yes, but I noticed that Fulton is here.
Right, Charlie Fulton.
Greg Valentine support. So Sweet Ebony Diamond doesn't have all the support. No.
Valentine had him stacked up for a moment. A reversal here, and
I can't quite see what happened.
The referee said ring the bell.
He's going to Greg. No, he's pulled his arm down. And in fact, I tell you,
Valentine is the winner.
I am going to try and get a personal
Diamond
interview
is the winner.
with the winner here.
Sweet Ebony Diamond. Sweet Ebony Diamond holding up a championship belt. Lord Hayes going to talk with him.
What were your feelings after such a long time, such a hectic battle?
This is the greatest feeling in the world to win this. When I came here, I told the people when I won the championship, I would take this marathon. And that's exactly what I intend to do.
Well, we watched it and we were most impressed by the way you fought this battle. And we also observed that you were going to... Oh, my goodness gracious! Valentine has attacked Sweet Ebony Diamond from behind. And they're trying to stop him now. Everybody's trying to stop him.
He hit him right across the head with that belt and that metal part. that big heavy buckle of the belt. Valentine hit him right across the head with it. And Diamond is hurt. Diamond out there in the center of the ring now with a mask off. The championship belt, the NWA TV championship, his, as he's being comforted there in the ring by Ron Ritchie, Steve Muslin, Frank Monty, Tony Russo, but he is definitely hurt, Lord Hayes.
And we definitely had a winner, too. We definitely had a winner of this most prestigious belt. Although he's laying there, I'm sure he is also feeling elated at the success that he has achieved here this evening and the history he has made.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to make of this man. He's threatening the referee. Great to have you along. Tito Santana right below our broadcast table. Santana really hurt. A series of forearms now by the Sheik, and here comes Santana with a couple of devastating rights himself, and a shoulder. Goes right for the throat. Look at the expression on this man's face. Exotic young dancing lady. Quite a treat, but you've got to remember this is a professional sport, professional wrestling. In my opinion, I just don't think there's any place in sports for that kind of nonsense. But I guess you also have to respect the customs of the Middle Easterners and how they do things. What a battle going on. Santana with a forearm. Sheik on El Kassie. Body slam by Tito Santana. And an arm drag takedown. And another. And they are really going to it now. The Sheik in with a choke. That is quite blatant. Called off by referee Joe Farino. I don't know, is the guy biting him? What in the world is he doing? I have never seen anything like this. The Sheik. Breaking Santana, then throwing him out of the ring altogether. I don't know if our cameraman can pick it up. Fall at a 45-minute time limit. Sheik on El Kassie from Baghdad, Iraq, against Tito Santana out of Mission, Texas. Santana tries to get into the ring. He's out of the apron. Oh. Incredible. If you could see the expression on the face of the Sheik. I don't know if one of our cameras can get a shot of him. If one of our cameras can get a shot at the... There you can see him. Look at that. A little tough to tell me there isn't a screw or two loose in that man's head. We are at 5 minutes 5. The Sheik with a double sledge to Santana. Apparently the young lady had an eye for Santana. And of course Tito may have been asking for it, because he did. Give her a little peck on the cheek. And now Santana really taking it to Sheik on Kassie. Boy, he hit him with the right there a moment ago. That left the Sheik begging for a left. Now Santana going in for a choke. The great fans in the province of Saskatchewan, Regina, Moose Jaw. Some of the greatest fishing in the world, and I've had an opportunity to get up in that area. Yeah, there's hair, and that's the only way the Sheik could get Santana on it again. He goes for that choke. This man has got to realize, I don't know who's going to convey it to him, who's going to tell it to him. The wild-eyed Mid-Easterner has got to be told there are rules and regulations in professional wrestling. He's broken a dozen in 7 minutes. Look at the expression on his face. Look at that. Santana coming back with a little reciprocity. He used hair. Nerve hold by the native of Baghdad, Iraq. Wealthiest man ever in this sport. Probably one of the wealthier men in the entire world. They tell me his wealth goes well into the millions, maybe beyond. Now all of a sudden the referee, Joe Farino, and a good one he is, gets into the act. He had to drag off Sheik Adnan El Kassie. Another nerve hold by the Sheik to Tito Santana. Santana slamming a Sheik into that top turnbuckle at the far side of the ring, and now repeatedly slams him in there. That one caught the Sheik right on the side of the face. Big flying drop kick by Tito Santana. Oh, a brain buster. Now look at Santana go to work at him. Closed fist and all, but how do you counter somebody like this? Santana with another slam of Sheik Kassie, or Adnan El Kassie. Into the mat, he tried for a pin. 2 count plus on that one. A knee to the forehead that takes the Sheik over. Here Here's Santana off the second rope, but a flying knee drop across the chest. 2 count and a kick out shoulder roll by the Sheik. Here is a whip into the turnbuckles. Sheik steps aside. Santana nails his shoulder into that top turnbuckle. Well, probably the best thing that could happen is for this man to get disqualified. It's the only way he's going to learn. Give it to the AWA officials. Santana draped over that rope. Viewers along the network, you can see now Santana fighting fire with fire. Boy, what a physical match this has been, if not scientific. Santana being dragged off by the official. Santana with a right. Now the referee has been thrown out. Both of these men going at each other. And a referee was just thrown out of the way. This match is officially over, but apparently all right. Oh, the poor referee gets right in the middle of it all. Boy, if the AWA officials could see this. Certainly would be tremendously upset. Here comes Gagne. Well, Gagne, a good friend of Tito Santana's. This match is over with. Dave Muir, referee that apparently just got out of the shower. This Sheik is not playing with a full deck. I want to get the decision of referee Joe Farino. He stopped the match. Ladies and gentlemen, the decision of the referee Joe Farino. It's no contest. He called the match at 11:14, no contest between Tito Santana and Sheik Adnan El Kassie. No contest. That's the decision of the referee at 11:14.
To get to. I understand the professionalism involved in our great sport. Right. And I realize I have no place out here. I'm asking for your patience. They told me Piper was out here running his mouth. He wants a piece of me right here on national TV. Well, y'all know I want a piece of him.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Hey, John.
Let's get in the ring. I know the animosity here, and I'll go get Piper for
You
it.
can find Piper. All right. All right, Ric Flair. He's up in the ring. Let me see if I can get my mic over to him. I don't know if I can reach it. Wait a minute. Here come the Anderson brothers. Well, we might have trouble here with the Andersons. We all know what they can be like. Anderson's very crafty. And, of course, Ric Flair is their cousin, but I think that at this point, it's not going to make any difference as to what fan. Ivan Koloff's in the ring. He's got Flair from behind. He's beating away at Flair. Flair was caught from behind. Never had a chance to not see Koloff. Oh, hard bodies. Roddy Piper. What is this? What is this?
Better boys, push out. Straight work, it worked. I did it.
What?
You didn't fool me, Alex. Come on, Ric Flair. What's wrong with you? Look out, Ivan. Look out. Look out. Get up, look out. Push him off, Ivan. Look at that man. Look at that man. Look at that man. I did it. Flair's down. He's finishing Flair. Finish him. Beat him, Ivan. I did it. I didn't do nothing. I did it. Get him, Ivan. Get him. All right. Look at that man.
They're finally able to get Koloff off.
You're beautiful. I'll take it to Russia.
Ivan Koloff.
You're beautiful.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Ivan,
You don't have
I told Ric Flair.
Ivan, you're great.
I told Ric Flair. And then they caught. Any place I had the chance I would get him. That's what wrestling is about. Wrestling is for money.
Now I feel like he's
for
behind all
glory.
of this.
He's a genius. I'll tell you something. Ric Flair's finished. Take it to Russia. Anything.
All right.
What do you want? Dancing girls. You got him. That's the word. You know, I hope he's finished from wrestling. Because Ric Flair, that was my intention, to finish you off.
The worst thing I have. You tricked him.
That's why we're the champions.
You Pearl Harbored him. Well, it's Ric Flair. He's hurt. He's down. Johnny Weaver's trying to get him up. There's several others trying to help him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout, a tag team match, 1 fall, no disqualifications. Introducing first in the red corner, from the Fiji Islands, weighing 250 pounds, Jimmy the Superfly Snuka. His partner, also in the red corner, from Scotland, weighing 230 pounds, the United States Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Roddy Piper. Their opponents in the blue corner, first from Burlington, Ontario, weighing 255 pounds, Dewey Robertson. His partner from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 250 pounds, Rick Nature Boy Flair.
Billy, I have no idea who first coined the phrase, the best for the last, but certainly it may have been custom-made for an afternoon like this.
Well, John, this is the match that everybody's been waiting for, not only all the fans here, but I've been waiting for this one myself, and I'm sure that every promoter would love, in wrestling today, would love to have this match in his arena.
You guys gonna find to get out of that dress and get this ring, I'm gonna strip you naked right out there, brother.
Well, Ric Flair had something to say to Roddy Piper. I couldn't hear what he said from here, John.
He told them to get in the ring, otherwise they're going to lose their apparel, or in so many words. At any rate, this is the duration match. We must remind our television viewers that we have about 12 minutes in which to show this match, because we're gradually running out of time. Now, in the event that we don't have a fall in this no disqualification duration match, 1 fall, we will pick up the conclusion of this match
the following week. Now, that's in the event that this is not over by the time our time is up.
That's right. So whatever you do, don't go away from that TV set, because this is going to be a barn burner. I'll assure you of that.
All right, now while we're waiting for the two of them to get back into the ring, maybe this is a good time, Billy, for you to tell the rest of the fans about some upcoming Maple Leaf wrestling events.
I'd like to remind all our fans in the Brantford area that Maple Leaf Wrestling returns to the Brantford Civic Center on Monday, June 15th, starting time 8 p.m. Then we move over to the Oshawa Civic Center on Tuesday, June 16th, the starting time there, 8:15 p.m. And in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens on Sunday, June 14th, starting time 8 p.m., Frank Tunney presents the card we've all been waiting for. In tag action, you'll see El Toro and Kurt Von Hess taking on the Italian connection of Bruno Sammartino Jr. and Tony Parisi. In a no disqualification match, Ray the Crippler Stevens will take on Dewey Robertson. Then in a special match, Ivan Koloff, the Russian Bear, will take on Rick Nature Boy Flair. And finally, a Canadian heavyweight title match, Angelo King Kong Mosca, the current Canadian heavyweight champion, risks his title against Mr. Fuji. Remember, that all takes place on Sunday, June 14th, 8 p.m. in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens.
Billy, you went through the whole list, and we still aren't underway. But finally, the team of Piper and Snuka decided to come in. Now they're out again.
Well, John, it was obvious there was some confusion in the corner of Piper and Snuka. Who was going to start that match? You know that Roddy Piper, he wants no part of Ric Flair. Jimmy Snuka, on the other hand, he really doesn't want any part of Flair. And they're not particularly fond of meeting Dewey Robertson either. So, like you said, there's a couple of minutes have gone by, and there's really been Snuka and Piper really haven't decided who's going to start this match. In the meantime, Ric Flair, boy, he can't wait to get it on.
The fans are in a frenzy here this afternoon as Ric Flair and Jimmy Snuka may attempt to go at it. Now, if we don't have a fall this afternoon in this match, because time is gradually running out on us here today, then we're going to carry the conclusion next week, meaning that you're going to see the whole match regardless if it doesn't end by the allotted time this afternoon. But it may, so don't lose your seats.
Oh, and a beautiful drop kick by Flair, and there he goes right after Piper. However, Snuka's right behind Ric Flair. Moves in there. In comes Dewey Robertson. Terry Yorkson trying to restore order. And John, like I said, this is going to be a barn burner. There we see Roddy Piper going to work with the rope, taking advantage of that tag rope. Has a wand around the neck of Ric Flair. And fans, whatever you do, if this match is not over by curfew, be sure and tune in next week, because we'll bring you the end of this match. If it's not doesn't happen today, you'll see the end of it next week.
You saw the strength of Dewey Robertson just moments ago. He dragged Jimmy Snuka right across the ring and into the turnbuckle. But that allowed Roddy Piper enough time to go after Ric Flair with that tag team rope in his corner.
That's right. Well, Terry Yorkson was occupied trying to get Dewey Robertson back in his corner. Each team, the man on the outside, has to hang on to that tag rope, John. Now Terry Yorkson asking, see, there we have Roddy Piper. He has Terry Yorkson distracted. In the meantime, Jimmy Snuka goes to work on Ric Flair in their corner. Now Terry trying to get Dewey back outside. Meantime, Piper and Snuka go to work on Ric Flair. However, Flair comes back, backs Piper into the corner. Now he's got him in a choke position. Snuka reaches over, breaks it up. What action and what a pace they're setting, John.
There's a man, you just saw him a second ago, who would dearly love to get into the heat of battle because his partner, Ric Flair, is in a heap of trouble right now.
Now the fans starting to chant, go, Rick, go. Go, Rick, go. There we see Terry Yorkson asking Roddy Piper, did you use the fist? No, of course not. He denies it. He said he hit him with an open hand. There's Dewey Robertson standing out in the corner, knowing that if he comes in, it's going to be to the disadvantage of Ric Flair.
I'll tell you one thing, if Dewey Robertson enters the ring, and if he does it very shortly, you're not going to be able to hear us speak, because this crowd is going to go absolutely cotton-picking wild.
Oh, if Dewey comes in, if Ric Flair manages to make that tag, people are going to blow the roof off this arena.
But he's got to make the tag, and he's a long way from Dewey right now. And Snuka, of course, is standing like a smart wrestler should between him and his partner. Look at that.
Oh, he caught him with that beautiful chop. Now an elbow to the back of the head. Down goes Flair. And over he goes, and he makes the tag, and in comes Dewey. And he starts unloading on Piper. Now scoops up Snuka. Down he goes. In comes Piper. And up he goes. And Dewey pulling out all the stops. This match may end right here. Oh, caught him with a beautiful right in the midsection. Down goes Snuka. Down goes Piper. Is that Dewey pumped up for this one, John, or isn't he?
Yes, sir. Ric Flair, with every second Ric Flair spends in his corner, he's getting, of course, that necessary rest, all filling those lungs with oxygen once again, and he'll be ready to go, you may be sure, in a matter of minutes. Dewey Robertson, a fine physical specimen, makes the tag on Flair from the third story down at Roddy Piper. That this, of course, is our television curfew. If the match isn't over by the time we have to leave the air, we're going to stay right here, pick it up, and show it to our fans next week. So remember that. Mark it on your calendar. But the match could end right now. I'd say so. Remember now, this is a one fall, no disqualification tag team match. It could end within the next 2 minutes. If it does, you'll see it right here this week. There's a one, a two. Oh, Piper is just out in the nick of time. Terry Yorkston had his hand raised high, and then halfway down, with only 2 minutes to go of our TV curfew this afternoon. Piper somehow is coming right back. Robertson into the ropes. Oh, and he recoils right on top of Piper. There's a two. Oh, and he breaks it again just in time.
Unbelievable. Every time you think that Dewey and Flair are going to take a fall, somehow Piper comes out. Now he's tagged in Jimmy Snuka. And in comes Snuka now. Goes to work on Dewey Robertson. Now the tide is turned the other way. First it was Flair and Dewey, then it was Snuka and Piper, then it was Flair and Dewey. Now it's turned in the favor once again of Piper and Snuka.
Time is running out. If we don't have a fall, ladies and gentlemen, we'll stay here, pick up the action, and we'll show you the conclusion of this tag team match next week right here. We have 1 minute to go. It's been an even match. It has seesawed back and forth. Dewey Robertson looking for a tag. Can't get there.
In comes Piper. We're on the countdown, John. As far as today goes.
Dewey in a heap of trouble. Can't make the tag. And our time is rapidly drawing to a close as Ric Flair is restrained by the referee, Terry Yorkston. On Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that's about all the time we have this afternoon. But we will, Billy Red Lions and I, keep the cameras rolling so that we will be able to present the conclusion of this tag team match next week right here. So remember that. We'll be back next week.
Only 15 seconds to go. And the way it's going right now, you'll have to tune in next week. Catch the rest of this match.
We'll see you next week right here. Gentlemen, we are back. You might remember last week we left you at this point in this exciting tag team action between Rick the Nature Boy Flair, Dewey Robertson, Jimmy Snuka, and Roddy Piper. It was an even match. If you recall last week, it seesawed back and forth. And really, it would have been a photo finish, a split decision, if it had been called right there. Now, we're picking up the action in the final stages of this tag team match. It's anybody's bout, really. Billy Red Lions, welcome back. It's good to see you again.
Well, it's great to be back. And what a match this is. Well, like we said, this was going to be action. I knew it would be before the bell even rang. Oh, and Dewey moves out just in the nick of time, and Snuka misses a knee drop. Dewey up on his feet. Over he goes. Tries to tag in Ric Flair. Doesn't quite make it.
Just about made it, but couldn't. Remember now, when we left you last week, it was even, dead even. A photo finish, some excellent maneuvers, some excellent moves. But neither team had the upper hand. It's a no disqualification, one fall, curfew match.
What a workout Terry Yorkson has been having.
Yes, sir.
And Dewey Robertson crashed together, both of them down, both of them very rugged. There we see Snuka going up in the top rope. I thought he was going to come off the top there, John. However, Terry Yorkson warned him, you come off the top of that rope. However, there's no DQs. You see, he could have come off the top there. They wouldn't have been disqualified.
Right. No disqualification here this afternoon. We pick up part 2 of this exciting match between 4 very qualified professional wrestlers. Snuka, of course, has been on that top rope before, hasn't he, Bill? That's how he got the name.
That's right. When he comes off that, I don't know of anyone that makes the leap off the top rope like Jimmy Snuka. He must go at least 10 feet in the air. There we see Piper tags in Snuka, and at the same time, Dewey tags in Ric Flair. And here we go once again, John.
Dewey Robertson just managed to get out of the ring as the Superfly goes up and over.
Oh! Did he go up? Had to be 8 to 10 feet in the air. Flair picks him up, slams him to the mat. Gives it that little strut, drops that elbow to the neck area, goes for the pin. 1 and a 2. Once again, about a 2.5, John.
Remember last week, Billy, we saw a number of close counts, too. Almost 2, 2.5. A number of occasions last week, and we saw another example of it there. How much more can they take? It's a battle of the fittest, really, isn't it?
It is. The survival of the fittest, the battle of the fittest. Ric Flair caught that knee, goes for that figure 4. Gets it hooked in. And John, this could be it. This could be it. No, in comes Snuka.
And Flair felt that one. I don't think there's any question about that. Ric Flair, the recipient of boot by Jimmy Snuka. He had Roddy Piper all tangled up in the figure 4. He would have had him if it wasn't for Snuka. And Snuka's in there right now. Look at Piper leaving the ring. He's exhausted. A headbutt from Snuka, and Flair feels that. The tide has turned so many times in this match as we had anticipated. Look at Dewey Robertson on the left-hand side of your screen. He is just dying to get back into action. Flair is close enough to make the tag. He doesn't know where he is, obviously.
Well, he's a little too far away to make the tag yet. Takes a side headlock. Snuka throws him off once again. Good shoulder block. Look at catches him coming off and the backbreaker. Sets him up. Ooh, and down he comes with a headbutt right to the forehead of Ric Flair. Goes for the pin. And in comes Dewey and makes the save.
Dewey didn't see Roddy Piper snuck up behind him. And Piper has hurt Robertson just a little bit.
Oh, a beautiful move by Dewey Robertson. Hey, what about that, John? How's that for teamwork? Fantastic.
A great maneuver by Dewey Robertson. Ends up in success for his team, along with Rick Nature Boy Flair. Let's go to ringside. Here's Norm Kimber.
The winners of the match, the team of Dewey Robertson and Rick Nature Boy Flair.
Fans, the majority of our letters this week to one-on-one were in reference to Ric Flair, and Ric Flair's statements that he would go to any arena, anywhere in the country, get there, pay his own way, pay his way in if he had to, of course, to follow Roddy Piper and to follow Ivan Koloff.
To pay his way in. Why won't they let him wrestle anymore in the arenas? If he's got that bad, let me tell you, did you see me in there? I was fearless. Ric Flair says he's going to pay his way into arenas. Well, you go ahead, Ric Flair. If that's the only way you can get in, you go. I'm not scared.
Roddy, no, Rick was going to do that, too, and he was in Hampton, Virginia. He couldn't get in. They wouldn't let him in. They barred him from the arena, and he wants me to apologize personally to all his fans in Hampton for not being able to get into the arena. The reason, of course, a few days earlier, and this is what happened in Greensboro, North Carolina, and you may be familiar with this, Roddy Piper. After a match, Ric Flair, at the end of the match, came charging in to get Ivan Koloff.
Well, look at that! So why isn't he suspended? So why isn't he suspended? Look at him!
Ric Flair, after Ivan Koloff has him on the mat, pounding and pounding. All right, and here come the Andersons. What about this, Roddy?
I'll tell you what about this, Roddy. I'll tell you what about this, Roddy. Look at him. He's an idiot. He's a maniac. That's what he is, and he shouldn't be allowed to wrestle no more. He hasn't even got trunks on. He's got no business in the building. Look at this. See, the Andersons are just coming down there trying to restore order. Right, trying to restore some order because Ric Flair, that ain't no kind of a man. Look at that. That ain't no kind of a man. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. This guy's an idiot. I hate Ric Flair. That's what I do is I hate Ric Flair.
Fans, that was the reason he was
barred. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That man there is a madman. There is something wrong with his head, and you think you're taking my belt, brother. Well, you ain't. You say you're going to pay your way into the arena. Well, I would fight you, except there's all kinds of people in front of you. That's why I won't fight you. And I'm keeping my belt. So you want to pay your way in the arena, brother? Well, listen, I got all kinds of friends. I got friends all over the place. You won't even make it from the parking lot, brother, because I got people watching you. You try to get in the ring, you listen to me, Ric Flair. I got all kinds of friends. And when RP talks, people listen.
Okay, fans, again, Ric Flair wants to apologize and wants me to personally apologize to all of his fans in Hampton because he was barred from that arena. And, of course, he's hoping that he's going to get matches in the arenas anywhere with Roddy Piper and with Ivan Koloff. That's with this week's one-on-one, fans.
We hope you promised you now for a couple of weeks. Let's go back to the historic night, May the 10th, St. Paul, Minnesota Civic Center. 18,000 people to see Vern Gagne, the night of the champion, a final title defense against challenger, longtime adversary, Nick Bockwinkel. Down to ringside.